Hello to all the Form 5 students. Today I would like to discuss with you one of the most popular questions in the coming SPM exam. Let's get started with the class. Question number 2. The frequency table below shows the lifespans in years of brand X and brand Y. So let's have a look at the table. We have lifespans years 0 to 0.9, 1.0 to 1.9, 2.0 to 2.9, 3.0 to 3.9, 4.0 to 4.9, and the battery X, brand X battery, brand Y battery. The frequency given in the table by using suitable measures. Determine which brand of battery is better and lasts longer. So we are going to use the brand X battery and brand Y battery. We will find the mean and standard deviation. That is called measures. Measures means we use a mean and we will use the standard deviation. So let's find the mean for brand X battery and the standard deviation for the brand X battery. And after that, we will find the mean for brand Y battery, followed by standard deviation. Before that, we need to find the midpoint for the lifespans for brand X and brand Y battery. So, in order to find the midpoint, we need to take lower limit plus the upper limit divided by 2. So let's find the midpoint for brand X and brand Y battery. So we will take 0 plus 0.9 divided by 2, right? So we will get answer 0.45. So if you look at the lower limit is 0 and the midpoint is 0.45, it means that we plus 0.45 from the lower limit. So we will do the same for all the subsequent midpoints. So this will become 1.0 plus 0.45, so it becomes 1.45. And the next one will become 2.0 plus 0.45, which will become 2.45. Right, so 2.45 is the midpoint for the class interval 2.0 to 2.9, and then for this one it will become 3.0 plus 0.45, so it will become 3.45. And finally the last one will become 4.0 plus 0.45, which is 4.45. So we have found all the midpoint for the brand X battery and for the brand Y battery. The last one, the midpoint is 4.45. So let's continue to find the standard deviation for the battery X, battery brand X first before we find the brand Y battery. Now we are going to start with the brand X battery. We will find the mean first, followed by standard deviation. So let's get started with the brand X battery. So the formula for mean is we will take the frequency multiply by midpoint. Let's highlight frequency with blue color highlighter. So we're going to shift down all the frequency And then we are going to multiply with the green one, which is the midpoint, right? So we are going to multiply one by one, 4 multiplied by 0.45, and we will plus with 10 multiplied by 1.45, and we will plus by 17 times 2.45, plus 20 times 3.45, plus 9 times 4.45 over total battery. The total number of battery is we need to plus all the battery X, which is 4 plus 10 plus 17 plus 20 plus 9. Total frequency. So again, the mean is frequency times with the midpoint. One by one you plus, we call as summation of the midpoint multiplied by frequency, or you can say frequency multiplied by midpoint divide by total frequency. So the answer for the mean band X battery is 2.7833. With the mean, we can find the standard deviation, right? So let's find the standard deviation for the brand X battery. So we will focus on the frequency. We copy down the blue one, and we will multiply with the green one, which is a midpoint, but we need to square the midpoint. So it's 4 times 0.45 square plus 10 times 1.45 square, and then plus 17 times 2.45 square, plus 20 times 3.45 square, plus 9 times 4.45 square, over total frequency, which is 4 plus 10 plus 17 plus 20 plus 9, right? The one that I highlighted in blue color is the total frequency. So we will divide by total frequency and minus the mean square, right? So we will divide by the 4 plus 10 plus 17 plus 20 plus 9, and we need to minus out 2.7833 square. And then we need to make sure we minus out the mean, which is 2.7833 square. Okay, make sure it's square. And then we need to square root the answer. So the standard deviation for the brand X battery is square root for the answer just now, which is 1.12. 1.12 is the standard deviation for the brand X battery. So let's do the same for brand Y battery. So we need to find the mean and also for the standard deviation for the brand Y battery. Now let's write down the brand X battery. Mean is 2.7833 and the standard deviation is 1.12. Now let's get started with the brand Y batteries mean. So we will focus to the midpoint and the frequency for the battery brand Y. So the mean for brand Y battery can be found by using the frequency of the brand Y, which I highlighted in blue color. We have 10, 21, 15, 8, and 6. And then we are going to multiply with the midpoint 0.45, 1.45, 2.45, 3.45, and 4.45 that I highlighted in green color. So the mean is always frequency multiplied by midpoint over total frequency. So we need to plus all the frequency. For the brand Y battery, so we have 10, we have 21, we have 15, we have 8, we have 6, right? All the one that I highlighted in blue color are the frequency for the brand Y battery. So let's plus all together. 10 plus 21 plus 15 plus 8 plus 6. So in order to find the mean, that is how you do. You take the frequency times to the midpoint, 1 by 1, you plus, divide by total frequency. And the answer is 2.1. Are you getting 2.1? Yes, I'm very sure you get 2.1. We are going to use a mean for standard deviation. How to find the standard deviation is we will take the frequency multiplied by midpoint, but remember to square the midpoint. 1 by 1, frequency times the midpoint square, 1 by 1 you plus over the total frequency, and then you minus out the mean just now, which is 2.1 square. Alright, so you need to square the midpoint, you need to square the mean also, and you need to minus the mean square. Let's do it now. We will take 10 times 0.45 square plus 21 times 1.45 square plus 1.5 times 2.45 square plus 8 times 3.45 square plus 6 times 4.45 square over total frequency, which is 10 plus 21 plus 15 plus 8 plus 6. And then we have to minus out the mean square. The last step, okay? You have to divide by frequency first before you minus out the 2.1 square. And then we need to square root the answer to get the standard deviation. So the standard deviation for the brand Y battery is equal to 1.19. Right, that is the answer for the standard deviation for the brand Y battery. So we have find the mean and also the standard deviation for brand Y battery. The mean for brand Y battery is 2.1, whereas the standard deviation for brand Y battery is 1.19. So it seems like the standard deviation for the brand X battery is 1.12, which is smaller than standard deviation for the brand Y battery, which is 1.19. So the smaller, the more consistent the standard deviation, right? So based on the smaller standard deviation, we will determine which brand of the battery is better and last longer. So your answer is brand. You will choose brand X for sure, because the standard deviation for the brand X battery is just 1.12. So the battery that we determine is battery brand X. Right, so we will choose brand X based on the suitable measures, mean and standard deviation. So we can make a conclusion: the larger mean implies that the lifespan, not lifetime, lifespan for the battery X is longer, and the smaller standard deviation implies that the lifespan for battery X, not lifetime, the lifespan is more consistent. So conclusion is brand X battery mean 2.7833, standard deviation brand X battery is 1.12, brand Y battery mean is 2.1, standard deviation for brand Y is 1.19. So it seems like brand X is having bigger mean 2.7833 and smaller standard deviation, which is 1.12. So we can conclude that brand X battery, the larger mean implies that the lifespan, kindly change to lifespan, cancel out the lifetime, change to lifespan, is longer, and the smaller standard deviation implies that the lifespan of the battery is more consistent. Lifespan means it can use for how many years. The lifespan for the battery Y is more consistent, right? So that is the conclusion for this question for today. Till then, bye bye. I shall see you in my next video lesson. Bye bye and have a nice day.